Do you know, I have to tell you, I'm seeing some really wonderful comments here. So thank you if you are posting comments. Let's carry on though. And in this video, let's now go and take our first look at the boardroom. So let's jump back to emp.money. Okay, here we are. Now let's click this time on Boardroom. And this will look similar to the farm. And again, all this interface is changing, as you know. But right now, at the time of making this video, and hopefully as you're looking at it, this is what it will look like. So let's go through what we have here. Now, do you remember me saying that the farm pays every day, but the interest rate was a little bit lower than the interest rate that you're about to see in the boardroom? But the thing with the farm is it does pay every day. So it's very smart to obviously be investing in something that's guaranteed to paying every day, particularly when it's as high as, what was it, 0.57%. Now, the boardroom is crazy exciting. There's a few things that I'm going to go into more detail in week 3 about, so I'm not going to get bogged down in this right now. But there is one thing I do want you to know. The boardroom only pays if this figure here, which is known as the TWOP, which is a mathematical algorithmic figure. I'm not going to explain to you right now because we don't really need to how that figure is worked out. But long story short, this needs to be over 1 for the boardroom to pay out. Now, at the time of making this video, EMP has been doing so well, and there's so many people getting involved now that for pretty much every day for the last 30 days at least, I've never seen anything like this before. It has always been 1. Therefore, that means it is paying out every single day. But look at the APR. Now, what was it in the farm? Can you remember? Exactly, 0.57. Now, I do want to quickly mention something. This is yearly, okay? This is not daily. Nothing pays 800% a day. That's ridiculous. But even so, yearly. So obviously to find out the daily APR, we divide this by 365. So in the farm, it does give the daily APR, but in the boardroom, it gives it yearly. So we divide it ourselves. So let's do that right now. Let's get my calculator back up here. And 857.96. Let's do it precisely. Divided by 365. So this is paying at, let me make a note of this, 2.35. So what's that? That's almost 5 times more than the farm. And I've seen this a lot higher as well, by the way. So often in the thousands. So again, similar to the farm, what we have staked, we get interest at this percentage rate. So down here, now again, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Chris, come on, this is ridiculous. You know, I can't compete with that. Maybe you can, and I hope one day you really can. But I do have $87,000 worth staked right now. Now, again, I didn't put anything like this in here. I think in the boardroom, I think it was also 10,000 that I put in. But in the boardroom, and again, we're going to come onto this in week 3, okay? In the boardroom, we do not stake a liquidity pair. In the boardroom, we just stake something else. It's known as eShare. Don't worry about that for now. But do you remember me telling you that these different passive income paths within EMP, each of them's got their own thing that we need to understand. Each of them's got their own rules, their own APRs, their own things that we stake. So they're all slightly different, but they're all similar in the context that they pay a daily passive income. And for the boardroom, we stake something that's known as eShare. We do not stake a liquidity pair for the boardroom. We just stake eShare. And eShare has been doing incredibly well recently, and it's still way down from its all-time high, which is great, because I think eShare is going to do very, very, very well. There's a lot I could talk to you about eShare. I've done a lot of research on this, but for now, I just want you to know that, yes, I agree. I have got a lot of dollar value here. When I bought eShare, by the way, it was like $300, and now it's like $2,700 per eShare, and that was only a few months ago. Anyhow, so again, let's look at the math. 87,000, I can't quite see, I need to turn the brightness up. 87,324. Let me get my calculator again. I just want you to understand these maths. 87,324. 87,324. So that's the dollar amount I've got in my boardroom. We're not talking about the farm anymore. So just in the boardroom, in a completely separate section in EMP, I've got $87,000 worth of, in this case, a thing called eShare staked. I didn't spend $87,000 myself. I spent about $10,000, but it continually goes up and I recompound in, which is what we're going to be going through in week 3. But my point is, let's work on the daily passive income I'm making. That's the whole reason you're here, to learn about daily passive income. So we just worked out the interest rate was 2.35, didn't we? So if I times this by 2.35, you ready to get your mind blown? Percentage daily now, daily, it's making me about $2,000 a day. Pure 100% passive income. And then in the farm, what was it, 300 and something. So, that's close to $2,500 a day, combining the boardroom and the farm together, entirely passive income. But again, let me say this again, I've said this 1,000 times, I have been studying this for 2 years. So it's passive income now, but I've spent, a lot of time, a lot of money learning off other people who incidentally never taught me well at all. So I was quite thinking, I want to learn this so I can teach this in a simple manner. But don't you find that incredible? And we're still so early to the party. I think the TVL is going to continue to increase. I think Ethereum is going to continue to do well. Yes, the cryptocurrency markets at times can go a little bit sideways, but long term, 6 months to 12 months from now, just putting a little bit of your crypto in something like this is, I feel, not financial advice, from my personal experience, a wise thing to do. I mean, that's game changing. I mean, that's, to make $1 million a year, it's 2,700 you need to earn a day. That's like the daily figure. This is not far from that, purely on passive income. And also, don't forget, this is just passive income. We're not even talking about the actual assets themselves that you could then take out at any time and sell. So I could take out this e-share. I could take out my liquidity pair and sell those as well. Now, of course, if you take them out, you're not going to earn passive income on them. But just like when we were talking about with dividends, when you buy stocks, you hope that the value goes up and you can sell, but you also get dividends as well. So you get like 2 hits. So it's exactly the same here. So we're earning passive income, but we also, the underlying asset that is staked in this DeFi protocol is also increasing over time, long term. And one of the many reasons for that is this is pegged to the price of Ethereum. And as I've mentioned, Ethereum is doing crazy things in the world. And whereas at times the crypto market does go sideways and sometimes goes down and sometimes it's a bit scary, long term, I truly feel that Ethereum is going to be, like, I think eventually the #1 cryptocurrency. So we're, again, lucky to even be having this conversation. So I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. I want this for you more than anything. We're going to come to that in a couple of videos. Now let's summarize. And what did we accomplish in this video? Well, now we took a first look at the boardroom in emp.money, didn't we? And we looked at the APR. And remember, the APR in the boardroom is quoted annually, as A stands for an APR. And we divide that by 365 to find the daily APR, if that makes sense, you know what I mean, and the daily interest earned. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? Absolutely mind-blowing. So what do you do now? Go and do this yourself. Go to emp.money. I'll put a link below this video. We can just go to emp.money. You'll need to connect with MetaMask and have a look at the boardroom and start to familiarize yourself with how it looks as well. And let me know below what you're thinking so far. How is your head feeling right now? Is it spinning? Are you pleased you're here on this course? I'm really pleased you're here on this course. I'm not even saying that because you've joined me, in something I've created. I'm really excited to share this with you. So let me know how you're feeling, and then let's carry on with a few more things to do in week 2. And of course, we're going to end on a high. We're going to start staking for you. So let's come on to that.